Welcome to see this building. There used to be shows here.
This was the location of Martin Luther King Hall, 5325 Martin Luther King at Union. As far as I can remember, and the flyers I could find, there was only 3 shows at this location, all in January and February of 1987. First was Ludacris from New York City, and the Stupids from England on January 9th with Ultraman, Dreadfinks, Mean Guys from Hell, and a band I have no memory of at all, Unga Bunga, and Poetry by Dane. At least that is what I could find on the flyer. If Dane did any spoken word, I don't remember it. After that was January 17th, Rhythm Pigs from El Paso, Texas with Spastic Motive, Dreadfinks, Intelligent Descent from Jeff City, according to the flyer, and Whoppers Taste Good. I think it was either this show or maybe the Ludacris show that I bailed at some point to go see Sid and Nancy at the Tivoli. The third and final show was all local bands, Ultraman, Whoppers Taste Good, the Jetsons, and Laugh-N Stock. One funny thing I noticed on the flyer, it says, all proceeds go to financing the debut album from Ultraman, out soon. I think that had to be a joke. At that point, all we had was the cassette that we had been selling. It would be another year before the first 7-inch was released with some of those songs. As far as the promoter involved here, all the flyers have the phone number for Matt Lauber. He was the guitar player in Mean Guys from Hell. He was also in Unjust Cause and Duck Duck Goose. If John Green was involved in finding this place and having anything to do with it, I don't remember. I don't recall him being there. I have 2 main memories of events at this venue. First, the local show Ultraman headlined was the first time John Corcoran, bass player for Ultraman, decided to play naked. Every time I looked over his direction, I would get blinded by all the flashes from chicks with cameras. I found a very ugly tux jacket and a pink tux shirt to wear. I think Mike, drummer for Ultraman, was wearing some sort of women's underwear he got at a Kmart in Maplewood. And I think Bob Zulig, guitar player, just played in his Hanes briefs. The room we played in had some sort of weird glitter paint on the walls, which you can kind of see in the photos that I have. And the room was much smaller in my memory than the outside of the building would suggest. Beyond that, though, the only thing that stands out in my mind is that it snowed about a foot during one of these shows. And at the end of the night, a friend of mine that I won't name here stood next to his orange Beetle, raised his fist in the air and yelled, "I love driving drunk in the snow." I did talk to him after the fact, and he said he did 360s at 70 and 170, but managed to get himself straightened out and made it home. That is all I have for the Martin Luther King Hall. At least the building is still standing and in use. I had planned a bunch of these places with only 1 or 2 shows into one episode, but I've obviously abandoned that plan, at least for now. Thank you for watching. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to repost and let me know if you have any information or memories of this place in the comments. Thank you again.